Hi, it's me, and that's him, and we're the Sci-Fi Scholars.
And we're talking Star Trek. As always, if you have not seen Star Trek, go flip and watch it before you watch our review. Yeah. Because we're going to spoil it, probably. We don't know. We will. We'll spoil it.
We'll tell you what happens.
They all die! No, they don't.
Some of them do.
If we're talking about Vulcan,
No.
they don't all die.
Well, no. But, like...
No, but almost all of them die.
The captain of the... well, actually, 2 captains die.
Yes.
Well, plus the other ones that were on the fleet that rocked up and got blown up.
Which was like 6 ships.
Yes. So, and then the captain of the Romulan ship. So lots of captains die. So, straying from Star Trek history, having a yellow shirt doesn't save you anymore.
No.
Having a red shirt does help you get killed. Partially from your own stupidity. Yeah. Give the guy the bombs to the knucklehead who thinks he can get away with anything and let him parachute to his own death.
Yeah. If you haven't figured it out, we're talking about the 2009 Star Trek, the JJ Abrams reboot, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Yep.
Bonus being it's JJ Abrams, one of my favourite directors. There's not much I don't like that he's done. Probably sticks his name a little bit on a little too much TV series where he's not that involved, but I like all these movies, particularly ones he directs and most of the shows he's created and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Yes, I'm a JJ Abrams fan. That helped.
Yeah, the new Star Trek is very different from the old ones. This one is a lot more of the action Star Trek, which is kind of more the... If you compared the old ones, this is more like the old Star Wars kind of stuff in feel, that it's high action, high energy, rather than the slow, methodical, sweeping shots of the outside of a ship for like 5 minutes.
You mean the ship porn at the start of Star Trek the Motion Picture?
Yes. So
as much as that's like too over the top, the first time I watched it, I actually really enjoyed that.
First time I watched it, I got apparently to like 5 seconds before that scene ended, got bored and turned it off.
That scene is literally 5 minutes long of a shot of the Enterprise.
Yeah, so I got bored. I got
like every possible angle.
I got to like 4.5 minutes or almost 5 minutes. I'm like, this is stupid, and turned it off. I'm like, because I thought they was going to keep doing that for like another 20 minutes, and I was like, nothing's happened. Like,
don't worry, that movie's not that good.
There's no characters. Like, no characters have been anything. It's just zooming around the outside of a spaceship. Like, if I wanted to do that, I could look up pictures of spaceships and then just like look at them. Anyway,
we're straying from the path. Anyway, I really enjoy Star Trek the original series. I've never watched the animated series, but the original series, and because I'm a massive sci-fi fan, actually I went back and watched it a couple of years ago after buying it. I really enjoy it, and a lot of Trekkies or Trekkers or whatever they want to call themselves, I apologize if I offended you by calling you something wrong, are a little bit offended by this movie or don't like the movie because it takes a lot of liberties with the
franchise.
Yeah, it does.
The style.
But the smart thing they did, what I think is smart, is they set it in an alternate timeline.
Yes.
So all the previous Trek hasn't disappeared. It's kept. And
that caused this movie.
Well,
as in the events of those ones.
Yeah.
Continued into the future.
Well, it's set after, like, the bit...
Yeah.
Old Spock comes from the future where Kirk and all those guys have already died.
Yes.
And he's trying to save Romulus and he fails.
Yes.
And then he gets blamed by Nero.
Which is perfectly valid.
And then they come back in time and do
It's always the Vulcan's fault.
It is. Yeah, it's always Vulcan's fault.
Even though Vulcan no longer exists. Anyway, in this, I really liked how when they were doing the shots in like the battles or like the space dive, when they went to outside of the ship, the sound cut, like the musical score disappears.
Yeah. One
scene, like you can see the lasers hitting. It's not dead silent. They've increased white noise a bit, so there's some sound. But it's just a zzz. And then when he's space diving, you can hear him breathing, and you can just see his face. But that's all. There's no.
The one I really like, I did like it in the space dive, but it's in the opening scene where the Kelvin is getting destroyed, and they have a shot of a lady who's part of the ship somewhere, and I don't know where, she gets sucked out in space and follows her out, and that's when it just all dissipates, and it's that really cool shot.
Yeah, it's done really well throughout the movie to contrast.
And it's not overdone.
No.
So that I might have been done one other time, I think.
Yeah.
That I can't recall what it was apart from those two, but yeah, it's not overdone, which is what it's done well.
And like even in these scenes, they jump in and out and in and out a couple of times, and that sound, and it's. I just really enjoyed it. For me, it really added to those scenes, really added to the contrast of what was happening and how the different characters are experiencing these events.
And talking about sound, Michael Giacchino, I think is how you say his name, the composer. I absolutely love his score in this movie. It's very bombastic in places, and I really, really enjoy that. With the clashing, he just does a brilliant job with the music, and I absolutely love it. Going on the theme of technical, I was really impressed with like the watching it again, the visual effects as well. Like the movie looks really, really good.
Yes.
I really like lens flares as well. A lot of people don't like the way JJ went about with a whole heap of lens flares. I really enjoy it. I don't think it's distracting at all, but that's obviously a personal choice, and I can see why some people don't like it. But for me, the visual style, there's a couple of moments where I was like, not necessarily with lens flares, but with his choice of camera angles. In a couple of moments, I was like, yeah, not as much big a fan of those ones. But overall, like, I really thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Love the aestheticness of it, the look that he gets going with it, and yeah, it's a good fun movie.
For me, my favourite character is actually Simon Pegg's Scotty.
Yeah.
Like, he's consistently pulling off ridiculously impossible things. Like, obviously, there's one point where old Spock, played by original Spock, Nimoy, is like, this is your own form. He's like, oh, look at that. Like, after he's just said, like, that's impossible, ridiculous, what the hell are you talking about? But then later on, he's like, I've never done that before. Like, I've teleported 3 people from 2 locations to 1 landing pad. Like, it was pretty good. And everyone just walked off. He's like, guys, come on, seriously, come on, guys. Like, I'm amazing. Like, check out my skills. And they're all just gone. And he's like, oh. But he's just, I guess, that competent that his character makes it not look hard.
Yeah.
He's just so ridiculously above what people could expect that he's in exile when they find him because he's arguing with his seniors about things that he's figured out that they just still think are impossible. And he's just a really fun character. I quite enjoy Simon Pegg as an actor in general.
I do too. I very much enjoy him.
For him being cast in that role, I just really, really liked it.
What I really like is, for the third one as well, is he's actually written it because he's a big Star Trek fan.
Oh, he's written it.
He co-wrote it with a couple other people.
That's cool.
But he did a pass on the script himself for Star Trek Beyond, and I am very much looking forward to that.
Yes.
Justin Lin is directing it, and what he's done with the Fast and Furious movies.
They're fun. They're fun.
I like his directorial style. He did from Tokyo Drift to 6. He didn't do 7. But either way, I like his directorial style, and I think it will suit really, really well with Star Trek Beyond. But obviously, we'll wait and see. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Live long and prosper.